I have a false sense of salvation most of my life. So in 2001, I remember that I was going through over 4 years of therapy to find a way to get rid of depression, anxiety, and nightmares, panic attacks, and that void emptiness and profound sadness that I was struggling with for most of my life. Even though I looked like I was fine, but I wasn't. I was miserable, spiritually miserable, tormented by thoughts that were totally demonic, telling me to kill myself. And that was not good enough, not worth it enough. And it was very, very bad. And I remember after my first divorce, it was terrible. The attack, it was even worse and worse. And then dealing with the thoughts and the memories of child abuse, sexual molestation, and all those things was basically playing very heavily a part, a demonic torment kind of style thing. I remember that day I cried out, Lord God Almighty, wherever you are, set me free from the cycle of abuse. Whatever is going on, if it is generation, if it's coming because in my thoughts and dreams and visions, I could see that it was coming from my childhood, but I was not very clear what and exactly how. So that day I remember that I said, Lord, save me. I want to be set free from any satanic activity or encounters. I do not want to be part of it. Set me free. And I remember that the demons started to manifest and show up physically. I could see them in the room and telling me, jump from the window, kill yourself. And I said, no, and I resist. And I was basically fighting a battle. And then when I did refuse to kill myself that day, then I was thrown in the ground by a very extreme force and pinned me to the ground, and I could not move. It was like thousands of pounds over me. And I could hardly speak, but I managed to cry out, Jesus, save me, set me free from anything that is holding me away from you. And that day, in this instant, I was taking like what I call it a vision. And I was awake, but I was in another dimension, in another spiritual, supernatural dimension where I was able to see snaps, like short clips of my life in different areas of my life in times and seasons where I was afflicted, affected, or somehow abused of some type of abuse. And the many times I was taken to witches and warlocks and shamans and witch doctors and things like that, or that was revealed in an instant. And I was able to see and be able to break free from things that I was not even agreeing with that. I was a child. I didn't even know that was really holding me back from having an intimate relationship with God, to feel whole, to feel loved, to feel accepted, by God. And it was basically the day that I was saved, rescued, saved by Jesus.